Rhythm of Life, officially launched in 2014, operates in the red light districts of Kampala. It is majorly focusing on providing the welfare of these stigmatized women and girls through career development and healthcare training.
I would like you to introduce yourself to us in the way you are most comfortable with.
Okay, thank you so much, Paul, for having me, and hello to all the viewers, the entire audience. It's a great opportunity to be featured this afternoon. My name is Harriet Kamashanyu Tumusime. I am a wife, a mother, and a social entrepreneur that is currently running a social enterprise called Rhythm of Life based in Uganda. And we exist to break the vicious cycle of mother-to-daughter prostitution, as well as offering economic empowerment, healthcare accessibility, and education to most of the girls and the women in the red light districts. I also have a stronger passion for young people, the youths, and I am currently the coordinating ambassador, One Young World East Africa. So in a nutshell, that is who I am, both career-wise and personal-wise. Those are some of the things that define who I am.
Wow, thank you. That's really great. What course did you study in the university? Actually, that was where we met in 11 years ago in Uganda, Makerere University.
Yeah, sure. I remember perfectly. It was such a pleasure meeting you, and we are re-meeting after all these years.
Yeah.
So I did a bachelor's degree in development studies from Makerere University, and after my bachelor's degree, I got a full scholarship to India to pursue a postgraduate in social entrepreneurship. So it was after that 1 year in India that I came back and I launched Rhythm of Life. Along the way, I've been part of several fellowships. I've been part of Youth for Policy fellowship, where I finally got my public policy abstract published under the theme of financial inclusion of marginalized women and girls. I've been part of the Social Entrepreneurship Accelerator Program in Stockholm, Sweden. That was a shorter course, still to bring us to speed on the true meaning of social entrepreneurship and how do you stand out as a social entrepreneur. I've been part of YHA. YHA is in Johannesburg, South Africa. It's also a platform of young women from Africa that are engaged in entrepreneurship. I've been part of the UN General Assembly under the Commission on the Status of Women. I've been part of Still of UN Foundation under the YSI Girls Camp. So all these programs, all these fellowships have put me on a platform where I am better to serve the beneficiaries that I'm serving, but to also be a better leader that is placed in this position. So of recent, that's last year, I participated in the AfricaCom program, which is a bridge between the African young professionals and the German companies. And I was there for a whole year where I studied and as well interned with a German company in their corporate social responsibility. So all these are skills that I gained all the way from a global platform, and I bring them back home to Uganda, back home to East Africa, back home to Africa, to create a better picture of how we can contribute positively as young people in our respective communities, in our respective countries. Yeah, thank you.
Wow, that's great. From the start of this, have you always had a vision to do what you're doing now?
Wow, it's an amazing question, and I often get it during interviews. I grew up in Namongo. Unfortunately, I might be speaking to an international audience, but the people that know Kampala, Namongo is one of the suburbs or the slum areas that is close to Kabalagala. So Kabalagala happens to be the biggest red light district in Uganda. Okay. So this was an opportunity for me to go to school with most of the girls that came from the red light districts, to see the whole, the whole picture of maybe prostitution or the whole picture of discrimination, stigmatization when it comes to such target audiences. Even as a child, I had many unanswered questions, and I kept on wondering, why does it happen like this? Or if I had a chance to do something, what exactly would I be doing? I remember even at the university, one of my specializations was in women's studies, and I had my research around that, So it's I would say it has been, or it was, a childhood dream that kept on growing day by day. And when I had the opportunity, I remember when I was applying for the course in India, in Kantari, the question was, if you wanted to fix the world, if you wanted to change the world, what exactly would you do? I mean, in this small body, I was just a girl, I'm just a lady. I know definitely I cannot fix the entire world, but this small segment that I can contribute to. And I thought that is the segment of working with the girls and women in the rural districts that I would do. So I applied and I answered all my questions in line with that. And this is what I'm doing till now. It's 9 years down the road. Next year, I'm going to be making 10 years of impacting rural districts. And it all started with this young dream that has kept on unveiled every single day till date.
Wow, great. Okay, let's go to this. Can you tell us your funny or funniest childhood experience growing up at any phase of your life?
Wow, interesting. Okay. I think I'll talk about two. One, I always identified myself as a tomboy. Okay. So I wanted to do many things that my brothers or my male counterparts were doing. I used to climb trees. I used to like riding bicycles. And these are things that are not easily accepted, or were not easily accepted in our communities by then. I remember even growing my hair and plaiting. I started in, I think at the university, and I was forced. Like someone told me, you know what, you need to gallop. You need to be like a lady. Just look at you. You know, you're going to get done with your bachelor's and you still look like this. So those are some of the sweet memories that I have. And I'm also proud they have strongly defined who I am and also shaped most of my my character traits.
Wow, yeah. Great. Tell us 3 values or virtues that you admire most in people. 3 virtues or values that you admire most in people.
Okay, one, I admire people that are really, really and truly God-fearing. For me, this is number one. Even when it came to the choices of a spouse and stuff, this was very, very, very important. Then secondly, I value loyalty. I think by the virtue of my upbringing and even with the kind of work that I do, I've had several experiences where, you know, people can easily, you know, betray you, or people can easily leave the focus of who they are by a simple gesture. So I value people that are really loyal to your family, loyal to your vision, loyal to your values, loyal to your friends. So loyalty is another virtue that I really, really admire. Then the third one, I think I'll talk about hardworking. Of course, from the African context, we also now have the working smart. Maybe they could go hand in hand. Okay. We are in an era where you really have to play the biggest percentage, either 80% or 90%, and whoever is coming on board to support you will add with the 10%. So it all starts with you. You know, how much do you drive yourself? How much do you inspire yourself when everybody doesn't seem to believe in what you are doing? So being hardworking and strongly focused as an individual. Yeah. Okay,
can you tell us one food that you can eat over and over again? More or less your favorite food?
My favorite, I love pilau rice. Okay. And I think pilau rice is close to what you call jollof. Okay. Yeah. I would have it over and over again without any second thoughts. Maybe the other one would be just another addition of Irish potatoes, either chopped or boiled. Yeah.
All right. What would you say are your 3 top motivations or top 3 motivations in life, either as a person, as an individual, I mean, or in what you do or what you're currently doing? Your top 3.
One, being part of the change or being part of the revolution. And this change might be on an individual basis, group basis, or even community basis.
Okay.
Just knowing that I was part of the picture, I was part of the roadmap that led to this impactful transformation in life. Then secondly, I would call maybe allies or people that believe in me, people that believe in my cause, people that believe in the bigger picture that sometimes I even lose. You know, these might be team members, these might be board members, this might be mentors. They strongly motivate me. They strongly, bring me back to the foundation of where exactly I'm supposed to be going. Definitely, they always say it all starts and ends with people. Even if it's about connections, even if it's about knowledge, even if it's about decisions in life, it's a whole cycle. It's a whole circle of people that are around you that keep you motivated. The third one, I think I'm also very, very keen on my legacy. Legacy remains very, very key. I don't simply want to exist. I want to live. And this will mean even when I die or even when my days are gone, my name and the things that I did in my days of life will still be reflected. So I am very, very mindful of this, and this keeps me motivated. I always tell myself, even if what I do is not reflected in my current days, it will be reflected in the next generations. And this matters a lot.
With what you are currently doing, which I will take as your career, right? What do you think has been your happiest moment?
Still it's close to the question of motivation. I think my happiest moments are those moments where someone has come to me with gratitude. These make me really emotional. Sometimes I cry, sometimes I'm also very thankful. I think those are the highlights. There are days when you don't even have the guts to get up the following day. But just the memory of what someone said, just the memory of what, of what it meant or what it means to the people that you serve will give you a reason to get up. So my highlights are those days. I've seen girls walking with gifts to say thank you. I've seen people stop me by the streets to say, yeah, maybe you have forgotten me, but in the year 2016, you came and this and this and this, you came to our school. I'm a grandmother, you supported my girl, she's now here and there. Some you don't even recall. But just those moments, I call them highlights. I call them sweet memories that keep me going and keep me thankful of who I am and what I'm doing. Yeah.
Wow, great. What would you say are your top 3 or best 3 decisions in life?
Amazing. Okay, one is definitely, I'm happy that I chose the path of social entrepreneurship. I'll be honest with you, it's not an easy journey. It takes a lot of bravery, but I'm very, very happy that I took up this decision. I would be maybe employed somewhere. I would be doing something else, but this journey that I chose, I'm very, very happy that it's the one that I chose. Secondly, I'm happy about the decision that I made to choose my spouse for a husband. I always tell people after these are very, very key decisions that we make in life. These will either break you or make you. Because I always bring them together with my journey of social entrepreneurship. If I had not gotten someone who understands me, who understands what I do, who understands what I stand for, who is ready to support my passion, who is ready to still say, it's okay, you can go and pursue this. So it has made me appreciate marriage. It has made me appreciate motherhood. It has made me appreciate true friendship. So I am very, very happy about the decision that I made to have Paul. Actually, he's also called Paul, just like Paul.
Interesting.
To have Paul, my husband, my spouse, for this person that is willing to do life with me and to walk this amazing journey with me. The third one, I will still talk about career. I'm happy about the career that I chose in development studies, in development, in community, in total transformation. I think I have spoken to people. I have met people in all different, dignitaries in the corporate world, in the social world. But even in the corporate, they will tell you, yeah, there is a point you get to, and it's not even about that paycheck at the end of the month, but it's about the fulfillment that you have when you go back home. And amazingly, I live with this fulfillment every single day because of the career that I chose. I have met different people from all walks of life. Rhythm of Life or social membership may not put $1 million on my account, but it has connected me to different people from all over the world. And this is something that I cannot take for granted. This is something that I cannot exchange for anything else. So I'm very, very happy about the career that I chose as well. I think those are my top three. I'll go on and on, but yeah, you asked for three.
Okay, that's good. Now, do you have anything you would like to change in your past? If there are, can you tell us two things you feel like, if I have the power to go back into my past and change, I will change this, I will change this. What would those be?
It's a tricky question because some of them are really systematic or systemic changes that I may not have a direct hand. I'll talk about maybe my education background. There are so many things that I went through in my educational journey that I think I should not have prioritized. I should have put that time in something else to develop the dream that I had, or to develop what I anticipated as a young mind, as a young lady, as a career person. But the system is meant to be like that. You have to spend over 10, 20 years in school to do this. Yet there could be a shortcut where you have to spend less. Back into my childhood, I would also think of prioritizing more time with my dad, or more time, can I say, with my parents, because I was entirely in a boarding school right from my primary 2 to Form 6. And Form 6, that's when you're going to the university. So I happened to lose my dad in my senior 4 vacation. And that's when it dawned on me that yes, as much as he loved me, as much as I loved him, I didn't even know him that much. Was always at school, or I was always, because that's how the system was. So maybe if I had a chance, I would go back and revisit that and see the possibility of creating time with the people that I love the most, and to also be more intentional on creating meaningful relationships. Yeah.
Wow, I like that word, being intentional. That's really great. Okay, you read books, or you watch movies, or you do both. Which one?
Yeah, I do both. But by the virtue of my work, I think I now do more of reading and less of movies. Okay.
Tell us your top 3 or top 2 books, and then top 2 movies.
Okay, top 2, I have read Gifted Hands, and it's been such a blessing. Over the years, I don't know how many times I've repeatedly read it, but I still feel it is something worth reading, worth gifting. Actually, let me say worth gifting, because in Africa, we've not yet embraced the culture of reading. So when you give someone a book as a birthday gift, they're like, So I still think Gifted Hands is such an inspiration. The second one would be Who Will Cry When You Die? And this is Robin Sharma. Now the title is a funny one, but inside there are true nuggets of life. So the title is very, very ironical, very, very sarcastic. Definitely when you see it, you're like, no, I'm not planning to die tomorrow. Why am I supposed to be reading this book? Okay. But when you read it, it gives you nuggets of all spheres of life, relationships, marriage, education, and it is it's another. Then others are professional ones, Women Who Light the Dark. This was Paula, Women in Leadership. So, but yeah, you say the top 2. I'll stop there. Then movies. I'll talk about still to one. Is called Pearls of Wisdom. Now, Pearls of Wisdom is also close to what I do. How much most of the girls are easily strayed away, to fit in the community, to build confidence. I'm putting it in quotations because you still have to, to move with the trends of what the world has. Then, secondly, is still it's called For the Colorful Girls. This is by Tyler Perry. It also reflects our journeys as girls, our journeys as women. Regardless of where we come from, we go through the same issues. Whether you are in the USA, whether you are in Uganda, whether you are in Ghana, whether you are in Kenya, most of our issues are the same. And we need to just take up a holistic approach, and we customize our solutions, we domesticate them to make sure that we create a better world for girls and women all over the world.
Wow.
Yeah, I think I talk to.
Wow, great. Now, if not in your current career, if you are not doing what you are currently doing, what else do you think you would be doing?
I love the question because it still takes me back to my high school days. I will honestly tell you, I wanted to be an air hostess.
Oh.
So I think if I wasn't doing this, I would definitely opt for being an air hostess. I remember even in the middle of my first year, my guardian sat me down and is like, "Are you sure you want to continue doing this, or you want to pursue, your air host?" Because they knew it. All the time we went to the airport, I was so mesmerized. I was so, I'd look at the ladies, how they stepped in, how they stepped down. I'm like, "Ooh, this is me in the next 5 years."
Wow.
So I think if I wasn't in social entrepreneurship, I would definitely be in the air hostess or cabin crew industry.
Okay. Actually, I was expecting you to say I wanted to be a lawyer. Do you get it?
I know, that's another one. Most of my friends tell me, you should go back and do law. That's another one that most people think I should be doing, or they think I have traits of the lawyer icons. Maybe I could think of an MA in human rights or legal something, and I end up there. It's not so different from what I'm doing. But no, I wanted to be an air hostess.
Okay. Last question.
Mm-hmm.
Your top 3 counsels to young people, to young ladies, to young men, to students in school, to entrepreneurs like you who are probably having challenges or looking up to someone like you to motivate and encourage them. Top 3 counsels to young people.
One, I'll still re-echo what I said. The greatest strength comes from within. Even before we start thinking of who believes in us, who is willing to support us, how much are we willing to support ourselves? How much do we believe in ourselves? How much, how far can you go if you chose to take this journey alone? So I think it all begins with you. And still, like they say, it all ends with you. So my greatest counsel is the young people to get on a journey of self-discovery, discovering who you are, what you stand for, what drives you, what makes you wake up every single morning, what legacy do you want to leave behind. These are questions nobody else is going to answer apart from you. So that is one. Secondly, over the years, even as I give my story, most of the young people have struggled with, meaningful relationships. So my second counsel would be for young people to engage in meaningful relationships and engage in social interactions that are focused and for a common cause. Definitely, like they say, your network defines your net worth. So the people that are around you, your network defines your net worth.
Thank you.
So it's very, very important. Who are these people that are around you? Who are these people that you run to? Who are these people that you call friends, that you call affiliates, that you call confidants, that you call, it's a whole system. It's a whole circle, right from family to friends to colleagues at work, to the church community. I remember one time someone asked me, do people qualify to get into your life, or it's a free entry? And it's the same question that I would pose to everyone. We need to be very, very intentional on the kinds of relationships that we build and the kinds of social networks that we do have. I'll say it again, that your network defines your net worth. Right from the colleagues to the people that you spend every single day with, it's a whole cycle of how much they impact on you. They said people they either fill us up or they empty us. So it's up to you to decide, do you want people to fill you up or to always, empty you? The third one, I'll say, let's choose to be life students. I'm saying we because I'm also still learning. Life every single day poses many lessons to us, and it's up to us to choose how we take them up. One time someone asked me whether I have any regrets in life, and I told them, no, I don't have any regrets in life. And they looked at me like I was coming from Mars. I'm like, no, I'm from planet Earth. What you are calling regrets, I am calling lessons. This means I'm able to learn from them and I'm able to become a better person. This takes a lot to do with attitude, with mindset. How do you choose to do it? Do you look at it as a failure, or you're looking at it as a hurdle that gives you another option to think twice about the second step that you are taking? Many, many young people will be blown by a couple of challenges and they easily give up. But maintaining the right attitude will definitely get there, because this is a daily thing. It's not like you're going to wake up one morning and you're there where you want to be. It's gradual. It's a whole process, and allow to go through the process, allow to go through the refinery so that you become a better quality of gold, and maybe even a unique one. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much, Harriet. And I'm very sure people that will be seeing this in the very near future and in the far future will get inspired, get motivated, and know that, come on, I can make it. I can become whatsoever I want to become, Thank you so much for honoring this invitation.
Thank you, people, for having me. I know it's been a couple of back and forth, but I'm happy that finally we've made it.